Good morning, everyone. Welcome into the Skool Morning Show. We were a little bit too low energy yesterday. So you know what? We're bringing the energy today. You know why? Because it's Cinco de Mayo. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Revenge of the 5th. And let me give you a little bit of a spoiler here. We're going to win in the end. You know why? Because we're not going to give up on ourselves every single day. We're going to take another step forward until we are living the lives of our dreams. We're going to have the best school communities in the world. And you know what? If you're listening to the Skool Morning Show, that means you want it bad. And you know what? I want it bad too. So let's have an amazing Taco Tuesday. How'd you like that?
Oh my God. That was so high energy. I was not expecting it.
Well,
no warning at all.
Yesterday we were just so down in the dumps. It felt like so. You know, I got to start it off with some excitement here.
It was like low energy. The weekend took us out.
It really did.
Yeah. So happy Taco Tuesday, everybody, on Cinco de Mayo.
Yay!
Woo.
I don't have any sounds for that, but yeah.
Yeah. What is a taco sound like? I don't know.
There we go.
Wasn't there that little chihuahua that was like miso Taco Bell or something like that?
Oh, I miss that dog.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna have to get Taco Bell today, I think.
Are you gonna get Taco Bell or are you gonna go more authentic?
Well, those places are gonna be covered up. So I don't know, maybe.
I think I'm gonna make my own authentic ones.
You want to hear a story about that? Okay,
Sure.
So do you remember COVID?
What a wild question.
You remember
Yes.
2020?
How could I forget it?
Okay, so you remember how everything just shut down for months? Mm-hmm. I remember stuff started opening back up here, and I was like, let's eat out for the first time in months. And I didn't realize that it was Cinco de Mayo, and we went to this Mexican place, and there was 1,000,001 people there, and we're like, oh my God, people. And then our first interaction with humans in months, and yeah, I picked the worst day to do that, I think.
It's like, let's go out where all the people are when we were supposed to be away from people and have tacos.
Man, it's like an alternate dimension.
Yeah, that seems like it's like we went through it, but it was like we all had the same fever dream or something, you know?
Oh, Jennifer said that was a lot, Eric. It was. But you know what? That was the plan. The plan was to wake everybody up because, hey, it's Taco Tuesday. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's Revenge of the 5th.
Oh, more Star Wars. More Star Wars. How could we do that? So, how did the rest of your May the 5th go? Or May the 4th?
I don't know. After the show, I blacked out. So I don't know.
What?
I don't even remember. I feel like yesterday was just like a black hole. Yeah. Yeah, I felt really down all day yesterday. I was just bummed all day.
Oh, no. That's not good.
Yeah. But today I feel good.
We ended up going to the park, and here's something that was there was this awesome moment, and then there was this not awesome entire longer period of time. Because when you take a 4-year-old to a park and then you have to leave the park.
It's hard. You got to trick them somehow.
I tried my best. I tried so many things. And so my niece was with me, and I'd taken her to a lot of things when she was about that age too. And so she's observing, and he's just I had no fun. There was no fun at all in this. And he's like, let's go back. And I'm like, you had no fun. Why? Why would we go back if you had no fun? And she looked at me and she was like, was I like this when I was that age? And I was like, yes. Yes, you were.
You'll take them to the zoo. You'll get them a balloon, a toy, do all these amazing things. And then it's that last thing that they don't get. And they're like, it's the worst day ever. Bro.
Yeah, we drove by a Starbucks and he was like, give me a Frappuccino. And I was like, no, no, I'm not giving you a Frappuccino right now. And so, but then I ended up spending $4 on a water for him, which was stupid. And then he was like, I hate water. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do.
I mean, I don't love water, but
Yeah, no, it was bizarre. Oh, last thing that like sent it over the edge was I keep like these like organic no dye suckers with me, and so I handed him one. I was like, let me, like, maybe you're just low sugar or something, like you didn't. He ate a lot for lunch, but I was like, maybe he just needs like a little pick me up after the park. Handed it to him. He couldn't open it. I reached back and I was like, okay, you can give it to me and I'll open it for you. And he's like, no, and threw it on the ground instead. So we're driving home and he's just like freaking out
So I
the whole
threw
time.
it on the ground. You know
Yeah,
that
it
song?
was. That was so the energy of that day. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah. But hey, everybody, please
we are here.
like, subscribe, comment. We're doing a test here. I'm only going to bring up comments from the Skool community this week because we're testing to see how it's going to work. But yeah, but you should still comment here anyways, even though I won't pull it up.
Nice. Yeah, so we all survived Monday. Did you guys survive Monday? Or don't say anything if you didn't survive, because then that would make more sense.
Well,
right?
if they didn't survive, how could they let us know?
You could haunt us. You have permission to haunt the School morning show.
Please don't.
So today we are doing what is called a wild card. What is a wild card? What is a wild card to you, Eric?
It just sounds like something random's going to happen. Like it's going to be a crazy show.
Well, have you ever played Uno?
Oh my God. I love Uno.
Uno. The wild cards are like the prize things, and you get to put it down, and nobody else knows what you're gonna say, what you're gonna pick, right?
Oh Lord.
It's only up to you. So we're gonna do a little bit of what's called wild card, and I'd love for other people to join in.
Yeah. We already got one question.
Ooh, let's go with that first.
Okay. It's from the main man himself, Arton.
Absolute
Said, I
Arton.
think AI increases performance, not skill. It should only be used to increase performance after you have a baseline understanding of something or what you want. What's funny is there was a prominent schooler who taught this a year or two ago. He's like, you don't even have to know what you're talking about to open a Skool community. You can just use ChatGPT and wing it and make courses on it and sell it. Like that was what he was teaching. And, or she, we don't know. And I was like, bruh, I don't know about that.
That's my reaction. Oof. I don't think that's how you can do it. And in fact, like, remember when ChatGPT was still new and everyone was like, oh my gosh, we can go write books, we can go write everything just with ChatGPT.
The most amazing thing ever.
Yes. I would say that I agree that it's meant to help your performance, because I look at AI as an assistant. It's only supposed to help me with things that I'm already really good at. It just saves me time on those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, haven't they found that like it's literally like mooshing our brains? Like it's making us dumber?
I don't know. I haven't read anything on that, but that would not surprise me. At this point, I feel like people rely on it a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a crutch at this point. Like, I don't even know. We're going to be like cavemen. It's going to be like the movie WALL-E, where we're all just in like those recliner rolly chairs and we're just dumb and like
We're all like just it's like the zombie thing is going to be more of like we all turn into AI zombies.
And like we just like do whatever our AI overlords tell us to do.
We're like, let's go on a deep dive today.
Bring me more water.
What?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. What else do you feel like would be a good random topic? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
I can give you. Yeah, I'll give you questions. Okay, I've got a whole list here that I wrote out before we started. Let's do. Okay, what if someone asked you, and I'm doing the perspective of somebody you're coaching. That's what the way I wrote my questions. Okay, it's not necessarily me asking. It's like this is a client asking you. Okay, how do I know if my offer sucks or if I just haven't given it enough time?
You have to look at how many people have had the chance to even view your offer, right? And how much feedback did you get? So a lot of people wonder. Some people wonder about whether their offer sucks before anyone sees it. It's like, does my offer suck? Have you shared it with anybody yet? No.
How many people have you shared it with?
Yeah, it's all about like how many people have gotten a chance to see it and look at it. There are some basic things, like if you were saying like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give a custom GPT, like we go back to the AI thing, like I'm just giving a custom GPT and they can talk to it, and they're trying to charge like an outrageous amount for it. I don't know. You'd have to ask Alex how that worked and how long did it take for him to actually create something that's worth apparently thousands of dollars, you know?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I'm not like a huge AI guy, but I was working on a GPT yesterday. I put like 1,300 hooks into it, and I'm messing around with it, and it's to me, that's what I did yesterday. That's why I feel like I was in a black hole.
I'm like, you said you had such a bad day yesterday, and it sounds like you were productive.
Yeah, I was working on that, and like I just doing iteration after iteration. I'm still not happy with it. Like, it's not there yet. I think it could be really cool once I get finished with it, but yeah, it's like, no, this is not working yet. But it's a cool idea.
Yeah, it is, especially if you end up, sometimes it takes lots of tweaks. Like some people will ask ChatGPT or AI, whatever they're using, and they don't end up like refining it. They don't end up correcting it. They're just like, oh, okay, this was the answer that it gave me, and then they move on. And I'm like, no, you go back and forth until it gets it right, you know?
Yeah. And I did that for about 2 hours, and like I would imagine that the majority of people would probably just put it out after iteration 1.
Yeah, there's a good bit of people that do that. They don't even space it. They don't even space it out where it's like it's all jumbled up in one mess. But to go back to the offer thing that I want, so I just give a little bit more clarity. Those are the things that I would look at, is like how many times. Let's say you went to like 3 or 4 workshops that you did and presented it to people, and they were your target audience, okay? And nobody bit, then I would be like, okay, let me watch the workshop. Because it might be your workshop that sucks. It might be your pricing is off, right? And then I would ask somebody to like try to go back and get feedback, or even have like wherever you were presenting it, like let's say you were presenting it in a different community, see if that community owner can get a feedback from like some of their trusted people on did it hit or did it not hit and why. Because those are the reasons why I would or those are the reasons that like you'd look at it and go, hey, I did these workshops, nobody said yes, right? This is my target audience, I know that. They all need what I offer, but what is it? What's the language? Maybe it might be even just the language of it.
Yeah, there's so many variables. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
it depends.
It really does depend. It always depends. So. Do you have another one that you want to? You want to do another one, or you want me to throw one your way?
I figure we should just take turns.
I think that sounds good. So, I had a question, since you are the content creation guy, the guy that can work on any platform. If someone's scared to go live, what's the fastest way they can get past it?
Well, it comes down to, why are you scared to go live? Like, are you scared to go live because you don't want people to see you? Then go faceless. You know, it's fun. I mean, you could. I can't tell you how many people I know that do faceless lives and it's really successful. Are you scared because you don't know what to say? Then you're just a little underprepared. You just need to, make a plan out and like of what you're going to teach or talk about and have it ready. And also, like, don't be afraid to repeat yourself. Like, because people are in and out of there all the time. That's totally fine. Like, you don't have to have like 2 hours worth of stuff together. So just, be prepared. Go faceless if you don't want to be seen. And then, you could also, like, for TikTok in particular, there's a practice mode. So you can actually go live without people. And so you can, like, test out all the buttons and, like, just see what it's going to look like, see what it's going to feel like. Anytime that it's been a while, that's what I do, is I do a practice live. And I just practice. I go through what I'm going to say, kind of like I'm talking to myself. And mess around with all the different buttons, and makes me feel a little more comfortable.
See, that's something I hear for people that are scared to go live, is because it does feel like they're talking to themselves. So what would you say for that?
I mean, have like we're doing like right now where we have 20 questions prepared. We'll have 20 random questions that someone might ask you and answer them as if someone else asked them. That's the thing with going live is you need to have the same energy, whether there's nobody in your room or there's 100 people in your room. Because that's how you're actually going to get people in your room. Because if someone scrolls on your live and there's just silence and there's nothing going on, then they're obviously going to scroll. So you have to treat it as if you got a bunch of people in there. And so just be prepared with questions, with what you're going to talk about. And, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Have stuff ready.
That's a good plan in general, just because if nobody's there, if nobody shows up, then there's stuff that you could be doing. That's kind of like what I would say if somebody was going to do like a random coffee hangout. Come up with a few things, because you could just record yourself in there, right?
Yeah, it's the same kind of deal. Yeah. And that goes for what we're doing right now with YouTube, or we're going live on TikTok, or going live in Skool. Doesn't matter.
Makes sense.
And also what I really like about lives, and I've said this the other day, is like it could suck and we could totally bomb, but we'll have another one tomorrow and I'll get another chance the next day. And even if there was no one there, okay, what's so embarrassing about that? That means no one saw you fail.
That was something that was really validating from the School Games recording, bringing that back up, because I used to tell my clients, just put a little sticky note over where it says like how many people are there. So you don't have to know if there were people there or not. You don't have to know if there's just like 2 or 3, and there could be like 500. Just not knowing, just show up the same way you would show up for everybody. That's going to help you be more authentic and more real. And they were talking about how somebody had made an extension to like turn off the view count for them, so they don't see it. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
That's a great idea, because when you're going live, and it's the same on here and on TikTok. So when you first start out, you'll have nobody. And then a couple of minutes into the live, the algorithm will push it out. So like on here, we'll jump by like 20 or 30 viewers all of a sudden. Same on TikTok. You might jump up by like 100 viewers, where you're going to see that and you're going to get nervous. But what that's doing is the algorithm's testing, and it's pushing out to people who might like the live. And then you'll slowly see it drop back to like baseline. And so if you're like watching that view count and you see that big jump of people, you're going to be like, oh crap. And you're going to freak out a little bit. And then when they leave, you're going to be like, oh man, I suck. So it's, that tape trick that you're talking about, it comes in handy for sure.
Yeah. On StreamYard, I don't know how we would do that. We just have like multiple sticky notes, because we have like, what people can't see is behind the scenes is we have one that's like for the short feed, and then one that's for like the landscape or like the regular feed. And so we'd have to put multiple sticky notes, but I think that still would work for most people, because then it's not performance.
Let me show people what what we can see.
Sure.
This is what we see in StreamYard. Looks like this. So there's us, and then there's all of our stuff. But yeah.
It's the banners.
Pretty cool.
The buttons where you can do things kind of like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Remember, we're doing wild cards, so if you want to share something that you want us to bring up, post it in one of the schools, and we will pull it up. Pull it up sounds better than throwing it up.
No, let's stick with throw it up.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So, do you have one that you want to share, or does
let me
else share one?
Let me bring up this comment real quick. So, this is what Jennifer's talking about. She's talking about when you're in there, you're all by yourself. Sometimes you kind of know what you're going to talk about, but then your mind goes blank. Now, I know that you're against scripts, which is totally valid, but you can still have like, little sections of like what you're going to talk about. Like, you don't have to write out the entire thing, but have bullet points of what you're going to talk about just taped in front of you. Helps out a lot, because it kind of keeps you where you're going. And we do the same thing in here, kind of, because we have banners that are in place so we know that we're going to talk about next. And so
except for today.
But yeah, having bullet points helps tremendously.
Yeah, I like the version of bullet points, especially because, like, honestly, the ADHD, the squirrel moments, the rabbit trails. If I don't have bullet points, we may have like initially thought we were going to talk about this, and then it's like now we're talking about, I don't know, soil and dirt, and it's like, well, how did we get here? What happened? But
Also,
yeah, the bullet points help.
don't be afraid to teach the same thing 5 days in a row, because each live you're going to have a totally different set of people. So by day 5, you're going to have that down. You don't have to reinvent it every single day.
And that's kind of like it's an interesting thing. When I would help teach sales teams, we did have sales scripts, right? Because we knew what would work. It's like, and we always told them, like, don't reinvent the wheel. This script works. And you would see in the beginning, they would have this like rush of like energy to get this sales script down. Eventually there'd be a time where they would like kind of womp womp and kind of vary off the script, and then their sales would go down, and then they'd be like, oh no, I'm not good at sales. And you have to go back and encourage them and be like, no, just bring the energy each time. Remember, each person that you're talking to, they've never heard it before, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Nice. Noise.
Nice.
All right, let me give you a question here. Next question. Okay, this is a good one. Let's say you have one of your members is publicly disagreeing with what you teach, like your core teaching, and it starts getting some attention, and some other people start being like, oh, and there's like an uprising on your hands. Do you shut it down, or you just let it kind of play out?
So this is going to be a funny one, because there's two places. It's like, is this in a free community, or is this in a paid community? Is this in a level where it's like it's just the community itself, or is this on like coaching?
Let's say it's a free community.
Okay.
Where you're eventually wanting to upsell them to like a freemium or a paid offer.
Okay. My go-to, it's might sound like a little bit but my go-to is to let them be wrong. Because here's the thing. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, whether it's right or wrong, right? And sometimes there's not one right way to do it, but a lot of the people that tend to disagree and find these problems when they're the ones coming to look for help on this, they're talking out their ass, bruh. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that I'm like, okay, go ahead and try it. Like, show and prove to me that this is what's working. Like, I'm totally down for that.
Because you might even change your mind.
And if they can prove it to me, then I'll be like, sure, I'd be even more happy to be proven wrong. But a lot of times I'll go into that, and then like, if it was into like the comment section, let's just put it that way, like it's comments, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna disagree here, but that's because I have proven evidence for why I'm saying what I'm saying. I would like, if I'm wrong, I would love to see it. Let me know how that works for you. Like, circle back and let me know how that's going. Because here's the thing, like, they probably have heard that from somebody that they know, like, trust, somebody they listened to. They got on a webinar, right? They heard it for like 3 hours or whatever. This one thing that this person was trying to sell them on. But, I mean, I don't know that person. And I know that it clearly hasn't worked for this other person because they don't have anything to show for it, right?
Yeah. And they may even paid a lot of money for that information. And so they have an even more reason to share it, because they feel like, they, in order to get their money's worth, they need to like proselytize.
Yeah. That really is what it is. Sometimes when you pay a lot of money for something that was crap, it was like, was there one redeeming factor? And so they'll hold on to these beliefs from somebody else that didn't even help them. So in there, I'm like, I'm okay if they want to be wrong. And here's something that somebody said a long time ago. I don't remember who, but they were like, somebody still has to flip burgers. And
oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, whew, that's a little harsh. But it also is a reminder that, like, hey, if they're wrong, they're going to be the ones living with their choices, right? Now, at a certain point, if they continue to disagree with everything that I'm saying, I might send them a message and say, like, hey, I really don't like this misinformation being shared here because I don't want somebody to take that as correct. I know that you truly believe it, but in here I'm teaching this. And unless you can give me proven evidence that this is working for you, not for somebody else, not somebody else stating that it was working for them, like, and not being able to like truly prove if it is, or because I've seen a lot of people come up with methods and then they actually just paid for ads, or, you know. And I'd be like, unless you can show me that it's working for you and you've proven it, please stop disagreeing with me in the public community because I care about whether or not these people get results. Okay?
Yep.
So it's my job to ensure that they're getting results. And I would have that conversation and just state it as such. I have in a paid community, I had someone come into my coaching calls, okay? They've paid to be there, and other people have paid to be there. And they would disagree with me based on what ChatGPT told them. I would say, I don't care what ChatGPT said, because I'm here saying that I've done it, and ChatGPT is often wrong. So don't tell me, like, the person that, or the reason why you're trying to disagree with me is because you talk to AI. I gave it like 2 chances where I would circle it back and be like, well, it doesn't matter what ChatGPT told you because this is like reality right here, right? And they wouldn't stop. So what I did was I did a partial refund for the remaining of the month of their membership, banned them, and I just told them, like, hey, just so you know, you did get your money back, and so that's, like, don't worry, like, the refund's going to be within, like, 3 to 5 business days. Didn't have any other conversation because it's like, I don't have time. I'm not going to take my time to argue with you about the fact that I'm banning you from this because I don't want you paying to come get coaching again. And I'm not going to have you derail my coaching calls because this is my space. And these other people, I respect the fact that they paid their hard-earned money to hear things that it's not just like regurgitated ChatGPT shit. So that's how I deal with it.
It's back to Arden's question. It's like, yeah, you need to go by experience rather than this, you know, what an AI is telling you.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's how I would deal with it.
That was a good rant. And it's probably different than, you know, someone who's bringing just like obvious negativity because they have a differing view. That doesn't necessarily mean like they're trying to like derail things by being mean or rude on purpose.
Yeah, there's okay, so I obviously moderating for schoolers and stuff. People are allowed to have their opinions in there, especially with it being a platform community. Like there's sometimes people that are just insanely negative for no reason at all, or it's because they're not getting their way that they're even negative, right? And there's a lot of grace given to them, you know, like it's
right.
Like, fine, have your own opinion, whatever. But those kinds of negative people, I've already chosen to just block and remove them. Like we've talked about this before. There's a lot of things that people just even don't see publicly. And that kind of like negativity can spread though. And I'm like, that's not happening in my space. I'm going to protect my people in my space. Right.
Right.
Same. So if you ever experience like those kind of like super negative people, you got to remember, why the hell are you even doing this? Right. Why are you putting yourself out there, having a school, having your own space? Is it so that you can have people, tell you that you're wrong or be negative? Is it like, is that what you really wanted? Like, why can't you get that out in the real world? Lots of people are negative out in the real world.
True. And on socials.
Yep. Exactly.
Get out, haters.
So here's a question I have for you.
Okay.
What actually makes someone stay and keep watching content?
That's a good question. I got to think about it.
Oh, that gives me the perfect... I think I can do this one now. That was louder than expected.
That was very loud.
Okay.
I mean, I know for me, when I'm making content, you do your hooks, and throughout the video, I try to rehook. Mm-hmm. And so I'll try to say things that will get answered. Like I try to say or ask things that will come back around later. So I forget what that's called. It's like what is that called? But basically, I mean, it's like engagement tactics, basically, where I'm just...
Like, you could call it a hooker. Just hooking them all the time.
I mean, it's like what Hermosi says, like, how long should something be? I mean, it could be 2 hours as long as it's interesting. Mm-hmm. And if you can't be that interesting, maybe make it shorter. Like, I always lean on make your content shorter. Like, I never really say add anything. I'm like, actually, you should probably cut. Most of my videos are like 30 seconds or less, just because I've gotten so good at just like really saying as many thoughts with the least amount of words. Mm-hmm. So maybe just like get your point across.
So I know some people try to make it a minute long so they can also be monetized on like TikTok and stuff.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
So it's you wouldn't try to like double both of them. You prefer more to keep it where it's engaging.
I don't care about that. And it also is like your word depends. It's so dependent on the niche, because there's stuff like there's a schooler who does AI. I forget his name. He's big on TikTok. He's doing like 7, 8, 10-minute long TikTok videos.
Damn.
But and they're getting tons of views. But he's like teaching something, and he's not necessarily doing anything engaging. It's just really good information. And it's basically just like one long video with not a lot going on. But then you got guys like Mikey, who, if you study his videos, there's something different every 3 seconds. You can literally count it down to the second. So there'll be like something moving, something changing, a different text on the screen. He's doing something with his hands or some kind of movement. He's changing his like speaking patterns. Like just you just got to really study what's working in your niche, because it's kind of different for everybody, as far as links go and like video styles. And it's hard to give that like a direct answer, because it's so different, and it's always changing too.
So if they weren't getting views, the first thing that you'd try to fix is like going and looking and see if it's a hook, or would it be
because if you
visual?
can't, well, there's 3 types of hooks. There's the what are you saying? There's what are you doing physically, like on screen, like is something moving, and then there's usually some kind of text hook. That's for short form. Long form is a little bit different. And so it's better to have all 3 if you can. And you have to have some kind of hook. Like, as like annoying as it sounds, like when I look at somebody's content, if they're starting off with like, "Hey guys, in today's video we're gonna do this," okay, everyone's gonna scroll in like the first second. Mm-hmm. So you gotta stop them, because like people are so brain dead these days. Like they're not gonna hear your good information if you can't hook them in.
True. That's why I don't know. Sometime we need to like grab a screenshot of like what Mikey's look like. He's like baking cakes, making pancakes, like doing something. It's usually with food,
Yeah, I love his content, but there's also content creators that I love that get tons of views that literally it's just them talking to camera.
Mm-hmm. And they're really good at it.
Yeah, if you can yap, then that's all you need. You don't got to do all the other stuff. But if you can't yap,
if you're a non-yapper,
oh, it's my turn to ask you a question.
Yeah, did we have any comments that we wanted to look at?
I'll bring this one up to James. Let me pull it up. I need to get faster at this. Sing me a song, Jenna.
La 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 la.
All right. This is going back to the it's okay to teach the same thing over and over in lives. Mm-hmm. It's like Blue's Clues. It was pretty much the same episode every day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like you got the same one over and over again, but it was still fun. You know?
I've heard Hermosi talk about this too. Like when he consumes content, it's like those old philosophers. He's like, well, these philosophers haven't made any new content in like 1,000 years. So, but he still will go back and listen to the same quotes over and over and over because we need to hear it.
Hey, nothing's changed about the Roman Empire, and apparently that's a big deal still.
I do love a good video about the Roman Empire.
And now I got the we just got a letter in my head.
I wonder who it's from.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say you create a school and you have something teaching. Somebody joined your school. Okay.
Okay.
You see a month later, they have copied your entire school structure. They're teaching the same things that you are, but maybe slightly worse. What do? Do you just ignore it?
Ha ha ha. No, I do not. What I would do if I saw that, I would immediately get all of the information I could. Screenshots, conversations that we had, pictures of what I have, all of that, the entire thing documented first. Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't react first. I gather information first.
You sleuth.
Yep. I'm going to have, if I'm going to go for something, if I'm going to take something down, go for it, I'm going to have the receipts. So I gather all the information I need, and then I message them and I try to say something. I will give that person 24 hours to respond. And then I'm going to report them. So if it's on Skool, I am going to send a message to support, because support needs to be aware that there is someone on the platform doing this, right? Mm-hmm. And I will have let them know I tried to reach out, because that's one of the things that they're going to want. They want you to try to work it out with the other person first. So I will be able to say I've already done that. There is, when you join a community, at the bottom of the community's about page, there is a privacy and terms thing, as well as when you are going to join a community, when you go to click, it says, like as you're signing up, right? It says that you're going to be agreeing to the terms and service of like Skool, because it's from Skool, not a different thing, right? Mm-hmm. So that is covering your butt, because the back in skool.com/legal, so that it'll take you, that's where that little button at the very bottom of the about page, the privacy and terms, that they will help you with the whole DMCA thing. And there have been people that copy stuff, and they're like, well, why can't I copy? And weird behavior, right? And so it's just not acceptable, and it can get removed. They will reach out, they'll try to talk to the owner, and it does get removed. I had someone at one point actually take recordings from my coaching calls.
What?
and put it on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and they edited it in such a way that it looked like they were actually coaching.
Oh my gosh.
And it was so weird. And it was like an invasion of privacy for my members too, and I was really pissed. So like I had stopped recording for a bit, and I still don't record the calls now. I may go back to recording calls with my new launch, but I was like, no, absolutely not. You do not, like, that's part of this. Like, you need to understand, if you are in these coaching calls, people need to feel the ability to trust everybody else in the room, and that you're not putting this out on social media. And so,
yeah, that's not cool.
No, they got in trouble, but they're still, the thing is that they can still be on the platform usually. But at least that will be taken down and handled.
Wow. Yeah, that's a much better answer than I expected. I didn't realize you had experience.
Yeah, no, and other people have. So I've walked through. I did this actually even before I worked as a moderator for Skoolers. I'd heard other people dealing with these kinds of things, and so I went through and I read everything in the privacy in terms of Skool. So I was really a school nerd from the get-go. Like, you got information I can read, I'm going to read it.
That's what I would want if I wanted to hire a school mod. A school nerd.
School nerd.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, if someone only has 30 minutes a day, what would you tell them to focus on for them to grow?
You know what's so funny? I had this exact same question for you.
Haha.
Except for you, I gave you an hour, you jerk.
30 minutes only for you.
Damn. Okay, so to grow what? Your socials or your school community?
Isn't that the same? You're trying to grow your community through your socials? Tie it together.
You got this, Eric. I mean, if you think about the most leveraged thing you can do is go live. So that's what I would say do. Because if you go live, you know, you're being exposed to a new audience. And then the next day for your 30 minutes, you can cut up that live and post it places. I mean, 30 minutes is not a very long time to go live, but that's still enough to get content. Or take that 30 minutes and probably do YouTube. If you're going to build something. Yeah, I mean, if you think about like what's the best overall for school, it's mostly people doing YouTube or Instagram.
So they would essentially, they'd probably do the research the first day, like Monday. I'm going to do research on what I'm going to talk about, get it all together, formatted and everything, and then they would record it by probably going live, right?
Yeah, you could do it like Hermosi does it, like film a YouTube video, but film it live because you're double dipping.
Mm-hmm. And then you would cut it up the next day for posting.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
And just rinse and repeat the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. If I only had 30 minutes. It's not, who doesn't have 30 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. I think that, and so what was your question to me based on timing? Because obviously I don't think it was about traffic, but.
No, so mine was, let's say you were going to launch a brand new community. You have 0 socials. You're brand new to school. You don't have any money for ads. And let's say maybe you have an hour a day. What's your very first step? I'm making it so hard.
You're
I'm going to
like,
give you every excuse.
You're like, you only gave me 30 minutes, jerk. And then you're like, also, by the way, you have an hour, but here's all the other stuff.
I had to make it harder because you only gave me 30 minutes.
Oh, that's funny. I'm going to say you take your hour, first of all, like you need to go learn the platform. That's the first thing. You're brand new to Skool. You just said that you didn't know Skool and you don't have money to do all these things. I want you to go learn what the platform's like first, okay? So go into Discovery, find 5 communities based on topics that you're interested in. Go interact with them, go look at them, go see how people are commenting, go see how the layout is, right? Mm-hmm. Next day, come back, do a full build of your community, kind of like lay it out, what you want to talk about. Thankfully, you didn't say that they don't know a topic, right? But go through there and try to like lay out from what you saw in those other communities. And by the way, if you get into one of those 5 communities and you think, oh, this is shit, obviously you did learn something from that. Mm-hmm. You learned this is how you don't want to do it. So make a mental note. Have a notebook next to you. Say like, hey, I don't like it when they do this, or I didn't like this part, so that you make sure you don't accidentally fall into that category. Because the people that you're going to attract are likely going to like the same things you like, so they probably would also not like that. Mm-hmm. And then jump into a different one. There's so many communities out there, and yes, it is like school hopping, right? But I want you to learn from experience, like hands-on. The Skoolers has a Skool 101. Those can take you a good bit of time. Play it in the background. Are you driving somewhere? Go ahead and turn that shit on. Listen to it. Make your car your university, basically. You taking a shower, same thing.
Doing like dishes, mowing the grass.
You have more time than you actually realize. And so try to get through all of that. The next thing would be to, as you've started to look at how you have your own community, what the topics are, I want you to create some sort of like, I would say a workshop is going to be best, because from a workshop, you can use that same workshop in other communities. You can use it in other places that you pitch yourself to say, hey, I would like to share this topic. You can use that workshop by going live, just like Eric was saying, and you can cut up the pieces of that workshop for your social. So you would start building it out, because once you have your community and you have all the basics laid out, the only thing I want you to do is spend time on getting traffic. You can spend 15 minutes on your community, 45 minutes needs to be on getting traffic, so you need to be out there talking about your topic.
And that's probably the reality for I would guess like 90% of schoolers, because when most people who are they're seeing a Facebook ad, never heard of Skool before, cold, they join Skool. Most of these people don't have socials. They've probably never even filmed a video before. Then they don't know anything about Skool. They don't even know how to set up a Facebook ad, even if they wanted to, or don't have money to. So that's really good advice. Yeah. Learn it, do a workshop, start getting your face seen. I like
And
it.
stop trying to, like, if you see somebody talking about shortcuts, freaking ignore it, because there's not a shortcut. There really isn't. If you're actually meant to, like, a lot of people come here and they're like, oh, I'm going to have like a new job, a new life, and they dream all these cool things, have fantasy, but then they go like, oh, well, I'm going to try to figure out this way, or they get distracted by a shiny thing. And that's okay. It's okay in some instances, but I want you to not think that you're going to get away with a shortcut.
I gotta bring up this comment.
Oh no. This is a dad laugh. So I can tell. It's a he.
Remember, stool time becomes school time.
I feel like I knew this was coming. True. Oh my goodness.
That was a loud laugh.
All of our media assets are really loud now.
They are. Well, that was good. Thank you for that. I appreciated that. All right, your turn. Ask me a question.
Okay. One of the things that I was going to ask, and I feel like we kind of talked about it, but I think that sometimes you notice things that other people don't notice when it comes to content creation or even doing lives and stuff. So my question was, what's working on TikTok lives right now that some people are still missing, that you see them on live and you wish that they would go ahead and start implementing?
I don't understand why more people aren't using the Service Plus feature, because it's been given to us on a silver platter. Because for so long, you were highly discouraged from funneling people off platform. So much so that if you try, they're going to give you a violation, and like basically you throttle your reach. Like that was a thing. That was the reality for a long time. Well, now they've created this Service Plus, which anybody can do, like right off the rip. I don't even think you need to even. I think maybe you need 100 followers to go live, and sometimes it's less than that. And it's basically this tool that's basically mini chat for live. So if you look at Mikey's lives, I don't know, we're always bringing up Mikey. I just think he's like the GOAT at this. On his live, you'll see his banner, and then underneath the banner, and that's another thing, have a freaking banner, people. If you don't have a banner, what are you doing? He'll have a second banner that says tap the Service Plus button to connect, and he'll talk about that. And it's this little yellow arrow on the bottom left-hand corner, and when you click it, you can make it say whatever you want. So you can say, like, tap this to get into the Skool community. They'll press a button. It will auto DM for you the Skool community link or whatever you want it to say. You can capture their email right there from the live. And I see so many people who are teaching not using it, and it just seems like it would be way easier. But I don't know. Maybe I need to test it, because maybe they have tried it and getting people to their profile is faster or easier. I don't know. But I feel like that tool is really cool.
That's sweet.
Yeah. But my other answer would be banners. You have to have a
Banners.
banner. You have to have a banner. The topic of what you're talking about. Like, what does Mikey say? Like, learn to make money or something? I don't even know what it says.
I don't even know if he has a banner because he's using his whiteboard so much.
No, he uses
Like,
a banner. I'll bring up a
does he?
screenshot. Yeah, I've got a ton of screenshots. He uses the banner. I'll pull
While
one
we
up right.
look for.
I'll pull one up right now. Give me a second. Give me 1 second to pull up a banner. Sing me a song.
I know Veronica was using banners. She had like 2 banners, and it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, by the way, on banners. You need a new bank. Click the Service Plus. I have one of Mikey. I'll send it. He's looking cool in this photo, so this is the one I'll send to you.
Okay.
Can I send it to you on WhatsApp?
Yeah. It is. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
This is important, guys.
It's important to look at the banner so what you understand, so you can understand.
You to see it.
You can also see the Service Plus thing on here too.
Yeah.
So that's important.
1 second, y'all. I'm sending it.
I had a really
minutes
funny
later.
one. I had a really funny one of him where he's just like, "Geez," and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know if he'd be happy if we shared that one."
He's always changing his up too. So like, he like the ones that I have are slightly different than this one. 5 minutes later to bring this up. Anyways, here it is. So you have the top banner on top. It says you need a new bank. And so when someone's scrolling through TikTok lives, they don't know what you're talking about. But if you have a big, bold banner like that, then they know what you're talking about. And so if they're interested in it, they'll stay. And then below that, you see he has a second banner. It says click the yellow arrow for good banks. That's the Service Plus button. So it used to say tap the Service Plus button, but probably the way he's got it is probably better because it's like a direct little yellow arrow. Mm-hmm. And he's changed what he's doing. He was directing people to his school, and now he's directing people to his website because I guess I don't know, maybe that's an easier yes of getting people to set up a bank first. I'm not sure what his funnel is.
I think he's testing a few things out. He's always testing, just like what we talk about. Holy crap. By the way, he looks tan as hell. I feel so white right now. I know that's so random. Also, he has his Day 100 bracelet on, which is cool.
Very cool.
Now I'm distracted because I was like, oh
All
my
right.
gosh, I feel white.
Let me bring up this comment. I am also very white, but I have learned that recently I can tan pretty tan. This is what Jennifer says. If you don't have 30 minutes a day, you aren't going to be able to build a business. It'll take 10 years. Mm-hmm. Get him, Jennifer. Get him.
And I would say that they're lying. I'd be like, what's that song? Oh, the Why You Always Lying. That one?
Well, maybe they got 2 jobs, 5 kids.
Hell no.
You don't know their
always
situation.
have at least 30 minutes. Did you scroll? Did you scroll on any social media platform at all?
That's rude.
Like, let me see your screen time. I would disagree with you.
All right, is it my turn to ask you a question? Let's do
yes.
Let's do a lighthearted one. What's your most useless talent? So like, what's something that you can do that people be like, what the hell?
It's one that nobody will ever see, but I can do a lot of different weird things with my eyes.
Oh,
so it's like one of those things like where you're your kid and they're like do something, like you're like I'm bored and they're like figure something out. You know, I think that's actually healthy for kids to be told like figure something out when they're bored, because there's a level of creativity to it. But what I can do is like I've practiced so much that I can have my eyes crossed in the middle, take one eye and circle it all the way back around, and so I can do like this.
Whoa.
It almost looks like an infinity thing. I could also do it, you know, the little, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like there's if you have like a string and it has like 3 balls and then you click one
Oh yeah, the
from
click
one
clackers.
side. Yeah, so I can do my eyes, have my eyes do that. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that I can do.
wow.
So when it
That's pretty cool.
the funny part is like if you're in a line or something and a kid's like holding onto their mom and they're looking back at you. And so then they just start cracking up and they're laughing and their parents are like not sure what's going on. It's because I'm probably doing my eye thing behind
That's
you
funny.
for the
That's
kids.
really funny.
So
You want to hear mine?
what about you? I want to know about your most useless.
So I've been able to
talent.
do this since I was a kid. I can give myself goosebumps on command, and
Oh,
like
that's
I can raise
crazy.
the hairs on my arms, like sticking straight out, like I've just been scared or something. But yeah, I can like, and there's actually a whole Reddit community for this, and a lot of people in there believe that like we can like tap into our spiritual sides or something. That's what we're doing. But it feels like I feel like an energy in the back of my neck, and it spreads all the way down my back into my arms, and I can like literally give like very visible goosebumps.
That's crazy.
It almost feels like a rush of dopamine too at the same time. So sometimes when I'm feeling down, it's like I'll release my dopamine. It's weird.
That's so crazy cool. This reminds me. So I think we've talked about this before, and you refuse to do it. But for anybody listening, I was telling my brother we were out grilling this last weekend, and we were just talking about random things, and it came up like, "What's your party trick?" One of my favorite things to do to tell people to try is to just start laughing normally and to then throw their head back and laugh because it's so crazy. It is the loudest laugh you will ever hear. Like, you will not believe how loud you can be. So if you're just like laughing like normal and then you just tilt your head all the way up, your laugh is going to be like crazy loud. And it always scares. Yeah, it's like it scares the person like when we're hanging out and having fun, and they'll be like, "Oh, really? I don't believe you." And I'm like, "Try it." And then it's like so loud that they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that happened," and everyone's like staring. But
That's so funny.
it is hilarious, and so I encourage you all to test this out because it's just so like if you need to laugh, that will end up making you laugh, kind of thing. But how do I know that? It's because I was reading a book one time and it said they threw their head back and laughed. And I was like, what a weird thing to do. I've never seen anybody throw their head back and laugh. And so then I tried it and I was like, oh my gosh.
Just look insane.
Yeah. you feel like an evil villain. Even better, try an evil laugh. And then throw your head back. You can be like, and then just throw it back. And yeah.
So I still have a lot of questions left. Do we want to do a part 2 or do we want to keep going?
Let's let the people decide. Whoever is the fastest to comment. Do we do another question or do we end it here? Fastest comment from anybody.
Of course they're going to tell us to keep going. They'll keep us here for hours if we let them.
We'll let the people decide. It's in their hands.
6 hours later, and then we're
What if they're all delayed and we're here just waiting?
I think they might be, actually. I think a lot of people do listen a little bit behind, and that's totally fine. You listen to the School Morning Show how you want to listen to the School Morning Show. And while we're waiting, if you missed the beginning of the show, I was being totally honest. If you're listening to this right now, then you absolutely want it bad. You want to build the greatest school community on earth. You want to live the life of your dreams. And you know what? You care. You care so much. That's why you're here. Because you want to be better. You're not going to give up on yourself. And now that you're pressing all the buttons, I feel like we're toward the end. We know we're getting toward the end when Jenna starts pressing all the buttons. And when I start going on a rant about being our best selves. I was a preacher in another lifetime.
What? Wait, wait, what? Okay. I don't know. Should we know what that means?
Just let it go. Just let it go.
Okay. You know what? Actually, we're not going to do another question. We're going to leave you with the questions. what does that mean? And then we just end it. So
Yep.
let's end it. Oh, because
Yeah.
later, wait. We can't leave yet.
Oh, we have to
because
do our guesses.
We have to guess.
We have to do our guesses. Okay, so today's school news, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess that Kirby is wearing pants.
You don't know if he's wearing pants or not.
That's true. They are under a desk. It's hard to say. They could be sitting there in their undies.
Oh my God.
I'm going to guess that it's been different lately. They've been changing it up on us. I'm going to guess that Kirby is drinking a Blueforia yerba mate. And I'm going to guess that Sam Ovens is drinking the armpit coconut LaCroix.
Oh my God. I'm gonna guess that he has a black cherry Waterloo, and Kirby for a wild card is drinking a bubbly,
Yeah. It's good. Which flavor? Strawberry?
a red can.
Strawberry. Oh, but also, before we go, you got to tell people, what was the whole point of all this? Did you tell them?
Oh yeah, I did tell. Thank you. So back on the reason to do this is because I feel like it's some people don't realize this and don't treat it like it's an important task, but you should be able to answer questions on the spot. Like it is a very good skill to have, to just answer stuff right off the cuff without any warning at all.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I didn't tell Eric what questions I had for him, why he didn't tell me any questions that he had for me, and why we didn't even share the point of this until just now, was because it's good for you to put yourself in situations where you do just start answering things that you should be able to know. And it's scary sometimes because I've had plenty of people tell me, like, that's why they don't want to go live. That's why they don't want to do coaching calls, because they don't want to be left hanging. They don't want to be that cat with the loading symbol above their head. And so it's not that you have to be good at it from the very get-go. It's put yourself in those situations so that you can start to get good at it. Mm-hmm. You'll be surprised at how many things that you would be able to answer. It's really normal, actually, because think about it. Like, we have conversations with people all the time, right? And things get brought up, and we have opinions, and we have facts. We have all these things that we would already be able to talk about and answer and say something on, right? So just start to work on it so that becomes your new normal, your new regular thing, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll help you not only for lives, but for coaching calls, for any time that you're out there and somebody's like, hey, what do? You know, you don't have to have that loading symbol above your head, right? And you'll feel a lot more confident once you start to do that.
What if I don't know how to answer a question? And honestly, you crushed it. You did way better than I did, but I'm still kind of new, kind of getting used to it. But also something that helped me was, I forget who told me this, but saying, I don't know, let me find out for you, is just a valid answer.
I told you that the other day.
That's what it was.
Yeah. I was saying one of the best things that you could say in a situation where if you really don't know, or if you do know that you know, but you just can't pull it up right then for them, is just say, hey, I don't know the answer at the moment. Like, I can't recall it. But I will be able to answer to you later. I'm gonna circle back to this, and I will either message you, or if everybody wants to know, I'll post it in the community. Or you can say, bring it up next time we're live, and I will have already figured out the answer. Because whether you actually know the answer yourself and you're just having a hard time recalling it, or if you truly don't know the answer, you know how to find the answer, and that is just as valuable as being able to answer it on the spot.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the answer, but I know a guy.
Yeah, I know a guy who knows a guy. Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with About Page Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and drop your About Page links. We're going to look and review them later this evening and decide who we're going to do our reviews on. So that's going to be in the scheduled post for What is School, the one that talks about the schedule.
Drop your About Page.
Your About Pages.
Bye.
Bye.